Well, greetings. Welcome to Acadian Comics. This is, I guess, the inaugural video for this channel, and the story is that I did another channel. I've been on YouTube for a while, but I've kind of bounced around, and now I'm finally in a position where I want to start making videos. I have a goal of producing my first comic. I'm currently taking lessons and courses online to gain the skills necessary to draw and ink my first comic book. I have multiple storylines in mind that I want to achieve. I would love to do crowdfunding for all of them at some point in the future, and I want to do that like on Indiegogo and maybe fund my comic. I don't know. Indiegogo seems to be the place to be if you're going to do that. So without further ado on this video, and you'll learn more as we go on. This channel is going to be many things, but this video is basically my loot, what I picked up today at the comic shop. And this bag's about $12 of comics from the mainstream. That's ready to order, hot and ready comics right here. So we'll be talking about mainstream comics. We'll be talking about independent comics. And I'll be doing reviews on some comics that I've picked up in the past couple of months. I have a long box. We'll look at that too. But we're going to go through these in order. I just want to make sure that when I show them to you, they're everything's squared away and clear. So just forgive me for the setup. Okay, so let's begin. So the first one I have here is, this was a freebie, 20th Century Studios, but technically it is Marvel Comics, and this is Planet of the Apes: Fall of Man. So I haven't reviewed it yet. I haven't really had an opportunity to read it, but here's the book, and it's kind of the beginning of the downfall of mankind here. So here's some of the images, all very familiar with the new Planet of the Apes movies. There's a movie coming out this summer, so they're promoting. But normally when I go to my comic shop, there's a Planet of the Apes comic that's going, I think it's going to come out April 17th. This issue number 4 is Beware of Planet of the Apes, and that's going to be that's a prequel to the original film with Charlton Heston. So anyway, here's some of the images. The art's pretty good. I mean, when we talk about mainstream comics and Marvel, DC, I mean, the art they produce is still good quality. The question is, do we like the storylines? Are the storylines good? With Planet of the Apes, it's hard to mess this up. It's baked in goodness. The story is good. It's going to be good. Maybe I'll do a review of this one here. This was a free one that I got at my comic shop. So then you have like Marvel must-haves. This is also free. It's kind of like a calendar, or excuse me, it's more of a preview, not a calendar, but a preview of comics that are going to come out in April from Marvel. I'm not a big Marvel buyer, with the exception of the 20th Century Studios. Like I bought Wolverine vs. Predator, and I got an Alien comic, and I got the What If comic for Alien. So that's interesting. But yeah, so they typically give this out free at the comic shop, at my local comic shop. So now this is what I'm really looking forward to. This is Rook, issue number 1. This is part of Ghost Machine and Image Comics, and I just love, and obviously it's Jeff Johns, Jason Fabok, Brad Anderson, Rob Lee. I'm looking forward to reading this. Like, look at the first page here. It's so cool. It's science fiction. Kepler System, Planet F. Purchased by Better World TM. So that's like kind of a pseudonym, if you will, or an alternate name for Wayland Yutani, Better World. So I'm already liking the influences here. And here's the art. And this is like kind of like the struggles of people on a alien planet that's been bought by a corporation. So I'm going to read this. I'm really gonna read this. I like the art. Oh, just listen to those pages crackle. You know, look at this future. Look at this one page spread here. It's just great. Um, well, it's just one panel on a page. It's not a one. It's not a spread because it's not going across both pages. But I like how they're going with this. I like the approach. I really like the layouts here, and I'm looking forward to reading this. Like I said, just pick these up like this afternoon in my comic shop. So that's Rook Exodus issue number 1. And then Geiger. Who doesn't like some Geiger, right? Again, Jeff Johns. I have the original like run of Geiger, and then there was like a Ground Zero run, which is separate. But this is like the new continuing ongoing series that they released. They did like kind of a preview book. That's the word I was looking for when I had that Marvel must-haves. That's sort of a preview book. This is they had a preview book for Geiger and kind of like laying out your characters, what their powers are, all of that. So I'm looking forward to reading this. I really liked the original run of Geiger, and look, now that's a 2-page spread right there. Just wonderful. I like this art style. I like this artist too. You know, I think Gary Frank. So it's just awesome, and I like the. If you look at how they do these panels, like it's not exactly straight edges. It's got some curvature to it, like the hand drew it, and you know, I guess that could be achieved digitally, and you could do some tricks with that. But the art looks good. It kind of, you know, it's got like this post-apocalyptic Fallout feel to it. Of course, Geiger, you know, he's a guy who survived nuclear apocalypse and actually nuclear Armageddon, if you want to be technical about it. And he received like an experimental cancer treatment that was radiation based, and it gave him his powers, and so he can like burn people, and there's all kinds of cool stuff that he can do. He has these rods he can throw. But anyway, that's through Ghost Machine and Geiger. I haven't checked out Junkyard Joe yet, but yeah, Geiger. And then obviously what everyone's following is Ultimate Spider-Man. It's issue number 3. I have the first 2 issues. This is the first printing, actually. The first printing, I couldn't get a first printing of issue number 1, sold out. I think I got a second or third printing of issue number 1, and I definitely got a second printing of issue number 2. But yeah, I look forward to reading this. Like in issue number 1, it was all set up. Spider-Man didn't even appear in the book. It was all Peter Parker in this alternate reality, and you know, I don't want to ruin it for you, but people are really digging this storyline. You know, again, it's Marvel Comics, so you get the quality there. The artwork is there. So later on, we'll do. Oh, Star Wars Episode 1 Phantom Menace 25th anniversary. Are they going to release a comic for this? Because I actually have issue number 1 of the Phantom Menace, and like I said, that's something I'll do in the future. Like I'll do a video of some things I have in my long box. I got some older comics from the 90s. I kind of go into like how I started and why it's kind of late in life for me being, you know, in my late 30s, and now I'm deciding I want to draw comics. It's kind of wild. So but yeah, that's Ultimate Spider-Man. So just stay tuned. There's going to be more on the channel. I'm going to be doing some of my drawing lessons, posting some of my work. I'll have comments. I want to get people's feedback. It's not going to be easy. It kind of takes some gumption and courage to put your work out there. So I'm ready for everyone's good and bad and ugly. You know, freedom of speech. You know, I'm ready for it. So thank you for watching this video. If you haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And you know, make sure you have that bell notification on so you see new videos that come up. I live in New York City, so I'll typically go to my local comic book shop here in Queens. And if I'm not in Queens and I'm in the city, I'll actually go to Midtown Comics. I like to go to Midtown Comics on Fulton Street, and I've picked up some old comics and you know, new comics there. Generally, you can get anything you want at Midtown, but I like to do business, you know, at my local comic shop here in Queens. So, again, this is Acadian Comics, and you know, there'll be more about the name and kind of the origin of that and how that came to be and why I've decided to get into this whole racket and get started in learning how to draw comics. I have another channel, and I'll get more into that in the future. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you here next time at Acadian Comics. Later.